So in the last episode, you saw me start the part out on this 1996 ZX6R that I bought for $300. And this episode, we're just gonna keep taking off the expensive parts and keep getting them listed on eBay. Starting with this brake. Got this off the handlebar. Now we're gonna get the calipers off of there. And we're restarting. Off comes caliper number 1. Now for caliper number 2. It's always nice rolling the bike into the shop, testing the brakes, and they actually work, because they're surprisingly expensive. So those calipers are about $120. But before I can get those off, I gotta get this whole gauge bracket off of here, which is super simple. And I didn't take off what I thought. I took off this little covered in spray paint bracket that I don't think I'll ever use. So I think the gauge bracket comes off with this top one up here. Loosen this up and it should pop right off. There comes that. So again, just clearing stuff up, getting it all out of the way before I take off those brake calipers, because as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the way that I don't want to deal with right now. Actually, I am dealing with it right now. So I'll sell everything on this left handlebar here all as one. So that would be, obviously the grip, the controls, the clutch, all of it together. And that's going to be about 80 bucks. So money is returning really quickly with this bike, which is great. So that came off easy enough. Then we can follow that clutch cable I should say, back, get that unhooked. There we go. That has to be bent enough. Ah, there it comes. And I'll pull it up through here. And right there, we have a full left handlebar with the controls, the clutch cable, everything you'd need. In fact, it even has the wiring. Everything you'd need to just slap this on another 6R. Now that everything's out of the way, I can loosen this up. The horn, that's really not worth anything. I'll just leave it hanging there for now. And this other bolt, now I can easily pull out both of these calipers. And every time I say easily, I then realize how not easily everything happens on bikes. So I will be able to pull these out, not easily, but there they come. What's this whole brake kit here with the hardware and everything? It's going to be about 120 bucks, which is super nice, seeing as I bought this for $300. So along with all of the other return on investment right there, we're looking pretty good. Next super easy part I can pull off of here is these coil packs and the spark plug wires. I can pull these off in a few seconds and make 50 bucks for the pair, I think. And someone did me a favor and had these already off the bike, which is kind of cool. So it's even more one and done.
Probably the same tweaker that ripped that harness apart.
Yeah. So there we go. That's an easy 50 bucks right there. Kind of all over the place here. Right now, I'm working on getting this piece of crap out of here. Taking off everything that's actually worth something. One of them being the starter. That's impressive. I expected that to strip.
That could have gone so bad. I think you got lucky.
Now, I can unplug this. And take off the starter relay with the connection to the starter and the ground. And then, I'm not sure, this probably isn't worth much, but probably be worth a few bucks. It is worth keeping. One of the very few good items off of this harness. But I believe with that, we are ready to get this thing out of here. Just a couple more things to unplug. My main goal is getting this thing in the trash where it belongs. It looks so clean, so fancy, so not that. A little bit more remnants. Boom, in the trash. Now we can get these rear sets off here. So with this rear set here, I'm gonna do what I did on my other project, the FZ1. I'm just gonna include all of it, the brake caliper, the master cylinder, everything, all together. Because I know if I was buying a part for a bike, I just want it to be one big package that I can just throw on my bike easily. So if I want somebody to buy something, I'm gonna make it easy like that. Cool. Now, getting the brake lever, I guess you could call it, and the foot peg off of here. Every time I start something on this bike, I end up doing 5 other things. Wow.
Welcome to being a mechanic.
That's really impressive. I was not expecting that. No, that's because it's the Phillips. That there looks like the top of the shock.
Were you thinking that's what holds the tray in?
Oh, that's really excessive.
That's awesome.
I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other things. Just want to make sure this can move at least a little. A lot of this stuff is meaningless because it's either broken or brittle old plastic that nobody would have a reason to buy. So I can just pull it out of here and throw it in the trash. Come on, get out of there, please. There it goes, in the trash. Pull that one out. Cool. Well, there it goes. Try and get this through here without ruining my part here. Boom. This is my whiteboard, so I'm gonna keep it. So, whoever was working on this bike, obviously all the other wild stuff they did, they ran this, I guess this brake line, around the shock. That is absolutely absurd. I've never seen that ever in my life.
Yeah, had to work hard for that one.
Getting this bolt out.
If you want to pull that shock towards me a little bit, hopefully it'll come out enough to get that line out.
Oh.
No? Man, we're just striking out.
Yeah. That's not going to move either way. Due to that setback, I'm going to have to find something else to work on for now. Because it's just, there's too much stuff to work around to get this stupid brake line out from behind the shock. So, I'm going to keep working on stuff, and then once the bike's a little more down to the bones, then I can start pulling it out. Since the brake side rear set doesn't want to be nice to me, I'm going to have to take off the shifter side rear set instead so that I can feel accomplished. On the FZ1, this thing fought me so hard. I don't quite remember what it was for, but I'm glad to see that this one's going to easily come off. I got it. I'd say with that rear set coming off, I feel accomplished, and I think that's going to be it for today. Next week, we're going to tackle some of the bigger stuff, like getting the engine out of there, which I'm sure is going to show some bigger problems. And actually, before that, I'm going to take the radiator off, and the exhaust,
And the wheels, and
everything. And
tough still.
there's lots of stuff with a lot more problems to be shown, so can't wait, and I'll see you next week with that video.